Hello, yes, hi. We are testing one. Takunifunia wewe chila feelings.
Sumzema mic actually look different now.
Sumzema mic should be close.
All right, very good.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Right, I'm in a state of shock and disbelief. As I speak, I have no idea as to where Honorable Job Sikala is. I was with him at CID Law and Order. I am part of the lawyers who are representing him. And the impression that we were given, in fact, there was a discussion between Alec Mchadi-Hama, the lead counsel in the case, and the arrangement was that he was going to be brought to Rotten to appear this afternoon. And we agreed that while the other lawyers would come to Rotten, I would remain with Honorable Sikala at Harare Central Police Station. What has happened amounts to an abduction because it happened in my eyes. As he was in the cells, he was then led upstairs and documentation had been prepared, and I asked the officer in charge, Detective Mwilimbo, and he confirmed that all the documentation was ready for him to be brought to Rotten Magistrate Court for initial appearance. However, when he was being escorted out of the offices, I was actually barred and prevented physically from leaving. And the lady indicated that there was an instruction that only the accused person was to be allowed out and that everyone else had to remain behind, including myself. So I was stuck there for more than 20 minutes, and she said that she was waiting for further instructions. And it was only thereafter that I was able to come out, and I proceeded to this court only to be surprised to find that Honorable Sikala has not been put to court. So what has happened is a violation of his constitutional rights. It's a deprivation of his rights to be legally represented. We don't know where they've taken him to, and as I've already pointed out, it had been agreed that he was going to appear here at Rotten Magistrates Court. And again, politically, we are looking at a situation where we've been told time and again that we are in a new dispensation, that we are in the Second Republic. But what I have just witnessed is actually worse than what we used to witness under the regime of Robert Mugabe. Because I cannot understand how police officers can conduct such an operation and say it was mafia style. And at the end of the day, it really shows that we are no better than we were before the so-called second dispensation came into play. Any questions? So there is both a constitutional dimension and a political dimension. Because he is entitled to have legal representation at all times. And if he was to be taken somewhere else, that should have been indicated because the police are aware. Because from the beginning, on Tuesday evening, I actually went to CID Law and Order and indicated that I had instructions to represent Honorable Sikala together with other lawyers. And we agreed that he would come to court on his, to the police station on his own, which he did yesterday around 9 a.m. And once that had happened, there has been a constant communication between us as lawyers and the police. And I'm actually surprised as to how this course of action could have taken place. And it really amounts to an abduction.
So have you been in liaison with the police from the time that you got here?
Well, let me put it this way. When I left, they'd already told me that he was being taken to court here. So at this point, there was really no point because considering that I was prevented from leaving for more than 20 minutes, certainly he would have arrived much earlier than I did.
What's the
So,
way forward?
well, we are going to sit down as well, but obviously, it's a clear case where there have been a violation of both his constitutional and political rights.
And then is
And
there
there's
any,
both a legal and a political dimension to it. It also shows that we, as lawyers, were sold a dummy, we were misled, and when something like that, and again, it had earlier on been indicated that he was not going to be handicapped, and then we were surprised to see that he was handicapped because he's not a threat to anyone, and he did not commit any crime as far as we are concerned. We believe that people have got rights, people have got constitutional rights, and if we are in a democratic dispensation, our constitution allows us various ways. As you all know, in 2017, we had a situation where Robert Mugabe did not complete his term. So at the end of the day, we are talking of a situation where people have got rights which are protected by the constitution. And at this point in time, his rights to legal representation have been seriously compromised.
and then following reports that he could have, he was going to be tried in Masvingo. Do you think there's a possibility that he could
No,
have?
I'm not aware of that because at the end of the day, discussions have been taking place during the course of this morning, and there was eventually an agreement that he would be brought to court here. So this issue of Masvingo or Bikito or whatever, I cannot comment because I'm not privy to that. What I know is that the arrangement which had been agreed upon was that he would be brought to court here in Harare, the Constitutional Magistrates Court. And after discussions, it had been agreed that there would be a consent and there would be arrangements for him to be brought to court here. And that communication was done to everyone. And all the lawyers were aware of that communication, that the initial remand was going to be here in Harare, not anywhere else.
Yeah, so we're coming from upstairs here, and we can confirm fully that the lawyers are still not sure. We had Honorable Biti Nkomo was here, Harrison Nkomo, we've got Mavunga here, got my Mchade Hama, they were all here. The leadership was here, SG Wende was here, Shibaya, with Mr. Bondo and others. So, but what we are sensing is that he might be on his way to Masvingo. We can't verify now for sure, but that's the position at the moment, that we redirected to the wrong direction to the Harare Magistrate Court. But the truth is, he could be on his way to Masvingo. So once we fully confirm, we'll actually issue a statement, and we have every reason to believe that he's not coming here today.
Yeah, but I want to reiterate that we don't know for sure as to where he's been taken to, because I spoke to the officers personally, and the indication was that he was going to be brought. He actually asked, and they said, no, don't worry about that. It is something which is agreed. So there was no question of him being taken anywhere else other than to Ruteng Magistrates Court. It's not something which I am just surmising. It's actually something which is concrete.
Okay, so I think. Sorry? You're saying? Okay. Okay, I can speak in Sindebele and Shona also. Sindebele.
So just thought that it was important for us to issue or to give this statement to indicate our displeasure and our disgust.
So from here, what's the way forward?
It is happening.
What about
No one voted.